Hello and welcome to the Obsidian Mirror, where we use symbol systems such as the tarot for reflective purposes. This is going to be my pinned post, and I have selected cards that I believe really encompass many things, one being who this channel might be for. Now, I invite you to look up the individual cards on the screen and get to know their meanings, the decks they came from, the artists which put their time, their effort, their artistry, and their souls into giving us tools we can use to look within. If that's not something that you have the time for, I understand. That is part of why I have created this channel, is so that I can share this introspective work with you. If that's something that you're into, this channel might be for you. Now, I would like to go over the meaning of the cards as I see them, with a little bit of a disclaimer. Now, I practice non-predictive tarot. What that means is when I see a card, I do not see an outcome. I view it as an invitation to look within, to really get to know the self on a different or deeper or more detailed sort of layer. This might not be for you, and that's okay. But for the seekers and those who have rich inner landscapes, people who are not necessarily keen for prescription in readings, this might be for you. Now, the first card that I have selected is the Hermit, also known in the Shadow Seer Tarot as the Spectator. Now, it is not beyond me that we are on YouTube, that I am uploading this video to YouTube, and everyone who uses YouTube is put in a spectator position where we consume media, correct? In any case, the Hermit, in its positive, so to speak, iteration, brings to mind somebody who already looks within. They try to find the answers within. Versus the Spectator, which is the shadow side of the Hermit, who seeks validation, information, or other things outside of themselves. External validation is one way to say this. Or looking for signs, which is useful at times. However, this channel seeks to promote and facilitate the Hermit as someone who finds inner knowledge, who is reflective. The next card is the Moon. which represents many phases. It represents being whole regardless of how others see you. Now, there are dark times, there are bright times, and there are many in between. And so this represents the way that I'm going to proceed on this channel, which is exploring the self through phases. Now, the moon does not give its own light. It receives and reflects light. And so that is part of this channel, is getting information or light, getting inspiration, getting anything from the external and really digesting it, seeing what it could mean for you on the inside. What deeper meaning could we use or decide is not useful in the moment? And then decide what we may want to share with others or not, because that is our decision. The next card I have selected, which represents this channel, is the self. Now, I genuinely believe that everyone is the main character of their story. And we are supporting characters in other people's stories, or perhaps villains. There are many ways that we can interact with the world around us. And what I want to impart, if possible, is how this process can help us become more empowered in our decision making. What is it that I want to consume? What is it that I want to ingest and reflect? And what of that is within my power? And how do I want to wield my power in a way that is ... Now, if you're curious about this channel, I welcome you to explore or ignore as you feel called to do. And I would just like to reiterate that this channel is a reflective exercise channel. It is about introspection and non-predictive. If you are looking for readers on YouTube that provide a predictive framework, they're out there. There are some wonderful tarot readers out there, and I support more than a handful personally. Now, if you are curious about how the tarot or other symbol systems can be used in a way that might not be as easily found or is less prescriptive, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, then maybe stick around. Watch a couple of my videos. See how they percolate in your mind. What sorts of questions might come up? What sorts of ideas? In any case, I appreciate your time and welcome to the Obsidian Mirror.